104.5 The Team, your home for New York sports. We are on the phone with ESPN's own Todd Grisham. Todd, first things first, your Twitter, man, you said that UFC 200, quote, this has to be the best card in the history of combat sports. Why do you believe that?
I mean, if you just look, if you're a UFC fan and you look at that card, every single one of like the 8 to 9 fights they have published already could be either a main event or a co-main event on pretty much any bigger card they've ever had. I think you just pick out any random fight there, even the Kat Zingano fight, the woman who lost to Ronda Rousey in her last bout. I can't wait to see what she has going on in her career since the last year's happened. Jose Aldo and Frankie Edgar, that's a main event, maybe even on a pay-per-view, and it's probably the 4th best fight on that card. So to me, if you're a combat sports fan, even if you've never watched MMA before, if you watch this card, you're seeing the best that the sport has to offer.
Now, this is coming off of 199, which, I got to be honest with you, shocked me how great that card was. Were you shocked how good 199 was?
Absolutely. Dan Henderson winning, it was like the 3rd biggest story that night. We had the breaking news of the Ariel Helwani getting banned for life, the reporter. That was on there. Obviously, Michael Bisping beating Luke Rockhold was a stunner. It was just a great night.
Todd, this is a bit of a strange comparison, but you worked with the WWE before. Lesnar as well is shifting back to the UFC. He has not fought since, December 2011. Is he going to be ready?
He says he is, and I don't know too many people that want to argue with Brock Lesnar. I mean, look at that guy. He had diverticulitis.
Right.
Very hard to say. Very hard to get rid of. He told us many times that he's never been 100% in the octagon. And if you saw his interview on SportsCenter, he was almost giddy like a kid. I feel like he thinks he's not just going to come back and win, but he can maybe even go on a run and beat a couple of the bigger names in sport. WWE keeps saying it's a one-off deal, but Lesnar has not said that yet. So I think he wants to come and really make an impact, and he's very confident.
ESPN SportsCenter anchor Todd Grisham with us here right on 104.5 The Team with Levac and Wolf. All right, so, we got guys jumping from WWE to UFC back and forth. What about a UFC fighter and a boxer getting on? Do you think Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather will ever happen?
If it ever did happen, it's strictly for the money, and McGregor would get destroyed. I mean, I'm not a fighter either, but if someone offered me $30, $40 million to fight Floyd Mayweather, sure, why not? I'll take a butt kicking for $30 million. So I think that's what McGregor's thinking in his head, that, hey, he might be making, let's say, $10 million a fight at UFC. If he can go make $40 million to lose to Floyd Mayweather, no one expects him to win, why not? As far as will it ever happen, I hope not, but I give it a 20% chance.
Todd, is there? We've done on this show a lot of times. Is there any variation of the rules you can think of that makes this a fair fight?
Kicking? I don't know. I mean, like McGregor said, he has to spin so many different plates when he's training. He has to do jiu-jitsu. He has to do boxing. He has to do kickboxing. He has to do wrestling. He has to do karate. I mean, it's like 6 disciplines they're all a factor, and he's become, a A-level fighter in almost every single one of them. As for Floyd, he has one discipline, and he's an A+++++ fighter. So any of those other ones you want to add into there, Floyd's a F, maybe a D- in all those other ones. So whatever else they would give Conor McGregor, he'd have a huge edge in that.
All right, let's throw in kicking. Let's say it happened. And kicking was allowed.
And Mayweather can bring a bat.
Yeah.
Mayweather can bring a bat. I would go with the bat.
No, but if it's just kicking like that, that does even it out, right? That gives Conor a legitimate shot.
I think if they added kicking, Conor would beat him, because I don't know that Floyd has any knockout power anymore, or his hands are too brittle to really throw his punches. So if it was a 12-round fight, I think Conor would just break his legs down. I mean, if someone kicks you as hard as they can in the thigh, and you're not trained to take that shot, I mean, that's a debilitating shot. And Floyd's whole game is his legs and his movement and his quickness. So you take out his legs, and then I think Conor wins.
104.5 The Team, Levac and Wolf. Happy to be joined by Todd Grisham, SportsCenter anchor. The man covers it all.
Soccer. You're a former soccer player. What do we need to know about Copa America?
Ooh, boy. Well, I guess it depends on which team you want to win.
USA.
Uruguay, who many thought could win the whole thing, is already out. They lost 2 games, including to Venezuela. And that country, not only is their country a disaster right now economically, but they've never been a soccer country. And them and Mexico are advancing from their group. So, to me, I think the favorite right now is Mexico. They look great. Maybe Brazil. And Argentina, obviously, is pretty darn good, too, especially since they have Messi now.
Todd Grisham with us, Copa America. Yeah, we kind of threw that at you out of left field. But,
USA's got a game tomorrow against Paraguay.
Right.
And they can't lose that game. If they lose that game, they're out. So the U.S., they're kind of one of those teams, we always play good with our backs against the wall for some reason. So I'm hoping we can get a result tomorrow and move to the next round. But as far as winning the tournament, I don't think we have a shot.
We can't get beat by a country you hardly ever hear mentioned.
Exactly.
Unless it's not in jeopardy.
Paraguay. I mean, where is Paraguay?
Yeah, that's the only time you hear it. It's exactly like that as the final answer on Jeopardy.
Exactly.
Right.
Todd Grisham.
I think that's where alpacas come from, or is that Peru?
You could tell me that, and I would believe you 100%.
Probably both.
Right.
Todd Grisham with us now. Todd, as part of the Sports Center anchor job this year, you've had a lot of Steph Curry and LeBron James highlights. Game 4 tonight. What's your prediction for Cavs versus Warriors?
Boy, I had a feeling that the Cavs were going to win Game 3, but I thought it was going to be close. The X factor to me is Kevin Love coming back. I mean, a lot of people think they're a lot better team without him just because of the matchups that the Warriors present. So they're saying Kevin Love's not going to start. He's going to come off the bench. But I think tonight the whole series hinges. If the Cavs can win again, I think they might be able to win the whole thing. If the Warriors win tonight, I still think it's over. So I think finally we're going to have a close game in this series, and I give the edge to the Warriors.
Now, everybody knows you from Sports Center, but tell us a little something about you. Like, what do you like to do in your spare time that people might find, Todd, unusual?
Well, considering today's my daughter's 5th birthday.
Wow,
I have
congratulations.
I have a 5-year-old daughter now, a 3-year-old daughter, and an 8-month-old daughter.
You have no free time. Yeah.
So that's the glamour life. We're sitting in a Lowe's parking lot right now, and I had to go get we have like a little kiddie pool. We're having a party this weekend, and the pool's already turned green, so I've got to try and shock this baby pool to make it clear. So that's my off day.
The Hollywood lifestyle of Todd Grisham, Sports Center anchor.
Living large, baby.
Yeah. Now I know why you took this call. You're like, I just want to talk to guys for a few minutes.
Adults.
Yeah, I'm like, you guys can talk about sports because we got Dora the Explorer playing on the DVD player right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. So all right. Well, we're gonna let you finish your weekend, get everything rolling. Congratulations. Happy birthday to the little one, Todd Grisham. You're great, man. We appreciate you.
Thanks, Todd.
Hey, thanks for having me on, guys.